Greetings, welcome to Jefficho Films. Today we're going to talk about a 1980 independent horror film directed by Lewis Teague, who did Cat's Eye, Jewel of the Nile, Navy SEALs, Cujo. Guy's got some talent. Well, let's review Alligator.
By the way, folks, you can get your own genuine Florida baby alligator and other Seminole souvenirs at the concession stand in the lobby. Okay, you can get yourself a Jagger. I'll think about it as a big man. Don't worry.
This movie starts out at an alligator amusement park, which seems like a bad idea. The little girl gets a pet baby alligator. I mean, I just watched your parents almost kill that guy, but I want one. It seems like a good pet if it stops growing. Its name is Ramon. Dad seems pissed because he says Ramon is leaving little baby alligator turds in his laundry. Dude, I don't think he can get out of that little cage he's in. Nonetheless, when the kid's at school, he flushes it down the toilet, which is a dick move. But we see little baby Ramon walking through the sewers. He's so cute. 12 years later, Detective David Madison buys a dog at a pet store for pretty cheap.
$15.90. Got another one. We swiped him out in front of a grocery store. Must have been in there 2 minutes and bingo.
Yeah, that sure goes on a lot around this neighborhood. I know just how you feel. Kind of get attached to them, don't you?
Yeah, you sure do.
At the local water sewer plant, they find a severed arm, which happens all the time. You'd be surprised how often. Also, a lot of dogs have gone missing. I'm pretty sure it's that sketchy pet store owner, as he's taking dogs to Slade Pharmaceuticals where they do experiments on them.
I'm gonna need a lot more of those for this experiment.
How about some cats? I got plenty of cats.
Puppies.
David talks to Alan, one of the sewer workers, about his co-worker gone missing. Also, we see Luke dumping animals down in the sewers, and a bad throw forces him to go down further. We also see a grown-up Ramon. They end up fishing Luke's shirt out of one of the sewers, which leads David to Slade Pharmaceuticals. We find out that they've actually doubled the size of one of the dogs. Also, he has to deal with a lot of reporters and doesn't give them much, but it gets a little personal. The papers think it's a murder, and Kelly, the young detective kid's the only one that agrees to go with David into the sewers. But first he must deal with a man confessing to the murders and says he has a bomb strapped to him.
I got it.
Now, don't anybody move. Hold them real tight.
I got him.
All right, let's see what we got here. It's a radio.
Next time, try Lawrence Welk.
They head into the sewers and we see the maps are not complete. There's some tunnels that have been walled up. They also run into clouds of methane where they have to put masks on. David throws a brick into the water and walks on. We see Ramon. Kelly goes missing, and so David has to double back. The suspense builds as he's in knee-high water, but we get a fake-out scare. It's Kelly, but what a sweet shot in the background.
Son of a bitch.
Wait a minute, I got it. There you go, unroll it one more. That's it.
Well, it seems like they're giving up for the day, so they go to leave, but then get cut off by this. They run and try and go up a manhole, but it's stuck, and Kelly doesn't make it. Dave wakes in the hospital. He got out, but I don't know why they're letting reporters in the hospital to interview like injured patients. Ken's a dick, but that's what's gonna get him killed.
Here, you lost another partner.
You got no comment on that.
You know, that's getting to be a habit with you.
Chief talks to Dr. Marshall Kendall, who's our local expert, and giving us alligator facts about how they only really grow to 15 feet, even in a zoo. They never grow to full size. That mostly checks out. I mean, recorded facts are 17 and 19, with a few oddities. The chief doesn't believe him, so he's gonna put him on leave. Even his peers aren't respecting him. Kemp is at the hospital talking to the nurse, and he gets the story. So he does the next logical thing, and he goes down into the sewers. He takes a photo of the boot in the sewer, which is almost as bad as those girls that have to take photos of everything they eat. Ramon is watching, and on the bright side, he gets a lot of good photos of his death. Dave gets called in because Kemp's camera's been found, and they developed the photos. That was quick. Dave's at home studying maps of the sewer, and then we get the largest sewer search ever. They've got SWAT and police, and they've got rifles, and they've got fucking rocket launchers. Marisa shows up, and she's looking good. They're also banging on pots, trying to drive it through every access point possible and get it out the main entrance where they have all the police waiting. It's taken all day because it's late now. Marisa tells Dave that she had a baby alligator, but then Dad found it dead. Dad's a fucking liar, Marisa. Even the mayor shows up as everybody's at the entrance waiting for it to be flushed out. I expected to evade everybody and then take out one of the teams, but they didn't find it. Then we get some stupid kids playing baseball in the middle of the street, though I respect their shirts. One's a Pepper and the other's a Freddy Krueger homage. The kids all run off through the streets, which causes a cop car to crash. Probably should have stayed in your car, officer. I don't think he'll be walking away from this one. Ramon goes wandering around, as does Marisa, and she tells him that he'll go for water to rest. Little Joey tells him it was the size of an El Dorado. Like the rum? They're setting off charges in the lake, and the mayor brought in Colonel Brock, played by Henry Silva. I like how he's flirting with all the girls. He's a little quirky.
Hi, are we live on this thing?
I believe so.
Oh, nice. You're very pretty. But we're here to talk about alligators. Your alligator is a very romantic creature.
Dave talks to Marisa, who confirms that if test animals are being fed to him, and they have been given growth hormones, that it could make him bigger. We also see Ramon sleeping in a pool. I guess he did go to water. They investigate the lab at Slade Pharmaceuticals and find out what they're working on. They want to make larger food, but they've been testing it on animals, which has made them insatiable and larger. Slade's actually friends with the mayor, so this happens.
Big guy over at Slade's, our dear mayor's buddy, is up to his eyeballs in it.
I'll need your shield, David. They're off the force.
What are you talking about?
You pushed too far.
Chief is a shitty chief, and he's turning a blind eye on illegal experiments. Dave grabs a few things from evidence, and then goes to talk to Marisa. He gets Alan, the sewer worker from earlier, and the three of them go into the sewers, and they go searching, and they find his home base. It's got a lot of dog food stored there, if you know what I mean. Also, Slade is talking to the mayor, and they're planning a huge event. I know what's going to happen at that event, and Marisa calls her mom. The scene I remember as a kid, where it's a pirate-themed birthday, and the kids are making one kid walk the plank and go into the swimming pool. I could totally see this happening at one of the parties I go to. Dave is now hedging his bets, and he talks about dinner, but that's not what he's really asking.
We're gonna go to dinner now, right?
Right.
And all the while, I'm gonna be wondering whether or not you're gonna come back and spend the night with me.
Oh.
He tells her about how he lost his partner, and we see Brock, who's using the locals' knowledge to track it down and figure out where it is. Apparently it's in the alley. I also like it when my professional hunters are drinking on the job. Looks like he's hiding in the garbage, but he finds his dinner. Oh, now they go for dinner. Smart move. They learn about Brock through the radio of some of the cops at the restaurant, and I'm not sure why he's being a dick to her, but you're gonna die alone, bro. I mean, he does seem to be having traumatic flashbacks of Kelly's death, so he goes to her mother's house and he listens to her ramble on until she shows up, and then he goes checks out her rock collection, if that's what you kids are calling it today.
You, want to see my rock collection?
You're the country's leading herpetologist. You have a wonderful mind, a doctorate degree, and beautiful tits. I know I'm a pain in the ass sometimes, but are you gonna come with me?
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see.
The chief is stressed as they go looking, but Ramon gets spotted and they shoot at him, and with grenades and a dash of incompetence, which leads to one getting dragged under and that classic half body getting pulled up. Ramon heads to Slade's mansion, and that dude deserves to die for what he's doing to those steaks.
When I was a kid a long time ago, I used to go in there back 40 days.
It looks like a lovely place with a big party going on for his daughter's wedding. She's marrying the lead doctor at Slade Pharmaceuticals, so everybody should be pretty happy. But guess who wasn't on the list? Or would a better line be, Ramon objects to this union. A lot of stupid people can't outrun an alligator that's busy killing other people. Dave shows up with Marisa, but you only got your handgun. But at least they know where he's going. So they head down to the sewers, and Dave's searching the sewers, and we go from normal-sized alligator to prop-sized alligator a few times. Dave leads Ramon to a methane area where he clumsily fumbles with that timer bomb he got off that guy earlier, which apparently was a real bomb. That's fucking crazy. After getting rocked by a tail, he climbed up the ladder and tries to go through the manhole, but we know how difficult those are to lift, and this doesn't help. But Marisa shows up and makes that difficult woman move her car just in time. Everyone is happy now, but then we see history repeat itself as another little cute baby alligator gets flushed. The end. This movie had a $1.7 million budget and made $6 million, which is pretty good. Bryan Cranston was actually a special effects assistant on this. I mean, we all gotta start somewhere. Robin Riker, great name. Did a lot of TV, still working today. Robert Forster passed away in 2019 at 78. Good actor. We'll probably cover more of his work, because I've seen him in some good shit.
The lizard lady. Well, now you can go back to your books.
You'd better take all the help you can get. You know, I've seen what this animal can do.
Well, if I couldn't get myself killed chasing it, what fun would it be?
In the end, this movie was made to cash in on the success of Jaws, done in 1980, which was a good year. It's a classic alligator movie, but not the best. That's probably Lake Placid, or like Rogue, or even Primeval. Those were all really good ones. And then it's also got that classic, like, we've just given this animal something that's gonna double its size, which is always fun, which actually happens again in Alligator 2: The Mutation. But you'll have to wait and see if that's shit. Until next time, thanks for watching.